What is going on today, guys? Sticks10 here. Today we are going to take a look at Master League. This is the team I'm running. This is budget as it gets. Two of them don't even have second moves, and the Dialga isn't even friggin' maxed, guys. Let's go with this first battle. We're going to see what we can do. Master League, I'm really just here for the resources, but I do want to show y'all what you can do. My Mewtwo is Shadow Ball variant. Doesn't have a second move, only has Shadow Ball and Psycho Cut. So this one I'm assuming is going to be Psystrike. It is. And so we're going to hit the Shadow Ball. Let's see what happens here. I didn't block that first one. Maybe I should have just to block that and make sure I could survive. We're going to block this. There's the next Psystrike. And we're going to hit another Shadow Ball here. And let's see how much this does. There's the Shadow. Oh, another shield comes out. Actually, a pretty smart move there. Here comes an attack. And I decide to shield up. I'm going to go for the Shadow Ball. I make a slight mistake here. She switches, actually, into an Empoleon. Once that switch happened, I should have just let off the Shadow Ball and not hit any bubbles, because I swap in my Machamp here. My Raid Machamp. I do have it double moved because it's only 50k, guys. It's definitely worth it to do that. And plus, it's shiny, guys. And so Psystrike, so I took out the Empoleon, I lose to that Psystrike, and so that's where I should have just skipped on doing a whole bunch of damage with that Shadow Ball, let it go through, and then come back in. Now, I knew it was a friggin' Focus Blast, as much energy as they built up on that, so that actually hurts pretty bad. Garchomp comes in, I hit the Shadow Ball, we farmed up quite a bit of energy, and we're going to farm up some more energy with this Psycho Cut. Hopefully we can get it off before they get a move off. And we are able to just barely get another Shadow Ball off. And so GG's very, very close match. First match in the Master League of Go Battle League. So next match, if I remember correctly, I definitely do make another mistake here. So we're going up against our Dragonite here, and this is where I need Ice Beam as the second charge move. I feel like I could do a lot better in this situation, but honestly, Mewtwo's going to do pretty much the same here. And once again, with the swap into a Melmetal, and once again, I fully let that go through. I should have stopped, undercharged it, let this. I'm not worried about this first move. It's going to be a Rock Slide more than likely. And so we just let that go through. I have quite a bit of energy built up. They're going to bring back in that Dragonite more than likely. I'm going to hit some Rock Slides. Honestly, if I had farmed up a lot more energy on that Melmetal, I'd be in a better position here. But that was my mistake early on. Once again, still learning the nuances of this, and definitely whenever someone switches like that, I need to make sure that I'm undercharging that move or don't even hit it at all. So definitely something to learn from this battle. Hopefully, I mean, this guy's, it's random, it's blind, you have no idea what they're bringing in. I'm assuming this is going to be a Dragon Claw. There's the Dragon Claw, weak connection, even though I'm on Wi-Fi and it's friggin' powerful. Anyways, so we're going to block this one. I think it's going to be another Dragon Claw, but we're going to block it. And actually he switches out into Metagross. And so this is where, like, having my Machamp could have helped. What I've seen a lot of people running is two things that are fairly weak to Machamp. And so I have actually liked having the Machamp in there in my line. And I feel like it's been helping quite a bit. Hopefully you guys have a Raid Machamp already. And I would just say for 50k, it's pretty cheap compared to a lot of other things. If you already have one maxed. Just, you know, put that as one of your Pokemon that you could use to at least get some resources, guys. That's how I would treat these 2 weeks, is just to farm resources, get as much dust, get as much other stuff as you can from Master League. I'm not looking to make a bunch of videos. I may only make a few. I have a few like other Pokemon that are pretty close to maxed. My Dialga is not maxed. Melmetal is kind of a problem for my Mewtwo. If I can land a Shadow Ball, we'll be in a pretty good position. Here's another Shadow Ball. It does get to the Shadow Balls very quickly, which I like. Mewtwo has a very high attack stat, and you can see they use their last shield on that. And so I have a decision to make here. Do I shield? Do I not? Rock Slide, probably going to KO. It was pretty close. So we're going to bring in our Machamp. I'm assuming they're going to switch out. There's the switch. They go into Giratina. We're going to bring in our Dialga. We're in a good position here. So definitely we farmed up quite a bit of resources on that Machamp as well. And then here comes another, I'm assuming this is Ominous Wind. And it is. So they didn't get the boost. We're going to go with a Iron Head here. I don't want them to get another Ominous Wind off. And so there's that. And then in comes Melmetal. Assuming this is going to be Superpower, I'm going to bring back my Machamp. And we're going to farm down this for energy. We're going to take the Rock Slide right here and see what they have in the back. Unless they, okay, it does go down. I thought they might switch there. And it's Metagross. We actually have a ton of energy, and I think that's one thing that's very important on Machamp is to keep that energy really high. Make sure you're farming down those matchups that you can win very easily. So later on, I'm running Dynamic Punch. That's what you run traditionally for raids. And so that's what is on my Machamp. I didn't switch it to anything else. I looked at a lot of the sims. Close Combat was another option that you could run. It's a little higher damage output for a little bit less energy, but you are getting that debuff. So like in that situation, I could have double Close Combated there at the end and it wouldn't have mattered. Here, this Togekiss, I'm farming it down as much as I can. I'm going to shield up this first one. I'm going to try to throw 2 Shadow Balls in a row or get very, very close to that. And we'll see what shield situation they use. Obviously, in this situation, they're probably thinking it could be an Ice Beam, which would KO Togekiss. And they shield both of them, so we're in a pretty bad position right now. I'm going to bring in my Dialga. It does win in this situation. It's going to be a close battle, though. I'm assuming this is going to be Flamethrower, as much charm as they threw out there. Flamethrower it is. We shield that up. That would have been neutral to Dialga, but I did want to shield that up. And we're going to hit this Iron Head here. Once again, only one move, not fully powered up Dialga. We probably will use some of our resources, some of the rare candies and stuff that we get to continue to power up that Dialga as we go. But I am working on Toxic Cup team as well, so we'll see how we do there. Assuming this is going to be Superpower here, and that's going to KO. It does drop its defense and attack, and in comes Giratina Origin Form, so we're in a pretty bad situation here. I mean, I can hit these Rock Slides. I just didn't have enough energy built up on this thing to really deal with it, so definitely in a very bad position here with Machamp versus this Origin Form Giratina. And so we're going to keep going and Rock Slide, and there, that's GG's. So very good match from that trainer there. Definitely very, very close, but honestly, it wasn't as close. Not sure what I could have done there. That was just a lot better line than mine, or against my line, it was better, at least. And that's the one thing, guys, like you're going to run into lines that you're just going to get stomped by, and other times you're going to, you know, totally stomp somebody else. So here, I'm in a pretty good position here. Outrage, I think, is what it's going to hit. Yeah, there's the Outrage. And so I'm in a pretty good position. They got a Mud Shot off in between, but we are going to hit the Shadow Ball. We're going to go for another one. This is one problem leading with Mewtwo, is that the Shadow Balls, Psycho Cut isn't doing a whole lot. And then a lot of people are double shielding on their leads with this. Here I could have shielded and saved that and probably got to another one, but we're going to send in Machamp and see if they switch out. Use the shield here. I'm gaining quite a bit of energy off of this Garchomp, and they're going to stay in. Okay, there's the swap. And they swap to Sceptile. I'm going to switch in, and here is another situation where I could have just let that Rock Slide go and farmed up more energy with this. I know it's possible that they have Dragon Claw on that Sceptile, and that may have been what they're going for. We're just going to hit Iron Head here against this Metagross, and we're just going to keep going. I'm especially expecting an Earthquake to come through. Let's see if... Oh, it's actually Meteor Mash. Okay, maybe they don't have its second moved. So that's a possibility. Their Earthquake would have KO'd for sure if they had it on there. And so Iron Head able to get it pretty low. And actually, I'm going to KO. They switch into Garchomp, hoping to get closer to that. And then I'm going to get a Meteor Mash off. I have a pretty charged up Machamp in the back, so it wouldn't have mattered a whole lot, even if my Dialga did get KO'd there. As always, guys, I want to thank my Patreon. First off, thank you very much for your support. If you guys haven't already, check out that link if you want to support the channel. I do appreciate it, and you can be added to my friends list. As always, guys, like, subscribe, comment down below, and keep on battling.